Hi everyone, I hope you guys are all doing well. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Emily and I love handbags. That's why we're doing a handbag review today, but I also love travel, fashion, luxury. So if you like any of all those things, consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so that you'll be notified of my future videos. Today's video is about this handbag right here. This is a Chanel Tweed flap and I got it about 3 or 4 months ago, and I am doing an updated review of this bag. I will also be showing you things that I like about it, don't like about it, wear and tear. I'll also talk about the size, what it fits, and then if I recommend it. If you're interested in a review of a Chanel handbag, specifically of a Tweed handbag, then continue to watch. Before I get started, I just wanted to show you my handbag of the day, which is surprisingly not this bag. It is my Hermes Constance 18 in a taupe, and it is also in the Epsom leather with silver hardware. I love this bag. I try to rotate my bags all the time, and I guess today was just this guy's time. It's very easy, it's very casual. I can wear it on the shoulder, I can wear it crossbody, but today's review is not of this bag, so I don't want to get too into it. I can do an updated review if you want me to. Leave in the comments below if you would like to know more or if you have questions about this particular Hermes bag. This is the star of the show today, and like I said, I got this bag about maybe 3 or 4 months ago. I've used it for about 3 months. To be more specific, I did not use it every day for the last 3 months. I have used it maybe a dozen times, and each time that I have used it, it's been maybe mostly a whole day thing, because I would go out, it would be to run errands, it would be to have lunch, shopping, you know, dinner, it would be a lot of those things, but it's generally spanning more than just a couple of hours. I have definitely taken it out only for a couple of hours, but I wanted to emphasize that a lot of those times when I used it, it was for more than just a handful of hours. So just letting you know how I'm using it and how long it's been used. This is my first handbag that is in the tweed material. I have a lot of other Chanel handbags that are in leather, in different types of leather, different colors leather, but I wanted to get a tweed bag to go into my collection. I thought I had a lot of Chanel leather handbags already, so I want to kind of go into the tweed realm. And what better place to do it than at Chanel? I thought I would share with you my experience. I was definitely nervous when I started to look into tweed bags because they are a woven material, so just by that definition, it just seems a little bit more delicate and does not last as long as leather. I mean, obviously there are many different types of leather, so I'm not speaking on all leather terms, but in general, I think fabric just doesn't last as long as leather when you're like rubbing it against your clothes, against other materials, you know, and such. While I wanted a tweed bag, I was also very nervous, so I did look up some YouTube videos of other people's bags, but I have found that there are actually many types of tweed bags. Because tweed is a woven bunch of materials together. They could incorporate different cotton, they could do wool, they could do ribbon. Like there are so many materials that you can weave into each other, and then that also determines how tightly the weaves are. So you could see bags sometimes that are really tightly woven so that it almost looks seamless. Other times they're very loose, you can see ribbons popping out. This one I would say is a kind of like on the middle side of things. It's not so tightly woven, but it's not so loose either. It's kind of in between. I can bring it closer obviously to show you when I show you the wear and tear, but doing all that research and knowing about the many different types of tweed made me realize, hey, maybe I should also give my input, because someone's tweed bag may not act the same way as my tweed bag. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. If you have not seen my unboxing, which is the first time I've shown this bag on this channel, I will list it below. There I kind of go through why I selected this bag besides the color and everything, but I also do have photos of me wearing it, my outfits, how I style it on my Instagram at Clutch to Carry All if you would like to see it there. It'll be pretty hard for me to show you here, which is why I am pointing you to my Instagram to see the full shot, how it looks on me. So to start, I will go through some background information of this bag. I have some notes written here. This bag was from the 22K collection, so the Fall Winter Act 2 of 2022, and it is a seasonal bag. So it does not currently exist in the rotation, but it has a very similar look to the Chanel 19, if you know what that looks like. Why I say that is because this bag has a very chunky handle, which the Chanel 19 also has. The difference is that this is in one single tone of metal, and it also has the same tweed material woven every other chain. It also attaches up here through these grommets, which is a little different than the Chanel 19. And then of course the other difference is that this chain is a leather woven with this CC interspacing on the chain, and it does attach right here with a grommet as well. On here you can kind of see it looks a little different. It's because I looped it against itself to make it shorter for my height, because I am really petite. So most bags that are not adjustable are too long for me. So that's what I did there. Another thing about it is similar to the 19 is this big CC logo. As you can see, it's not as obvious because you do see the tweed material kind of into the CC metal, and there is a turn lock right here, which is like Chanel 19, and it opens up into this flap right here. There are two metal pieces like that to hold the top handle in place, so you cannot remove it. And then there is a black fabric material on the inside for the lining, and then a zipper pocket back here. There is no, so there, you can't really see it, but there is no slip pocket. This bag is made in Italy, and it does have the little tag right here. It does not have feet, and it has the same construction even on the pocket in the back. So it does have the Mona Lisa pocket. This pocket is leather lined, so that is the one piece of leather that is in this bag besides the leather chain. So that is a quick overview of this bag. It is quite slouchy, which I will show you later that I do use an organizer, because if I hold it like this, you can see it already falls onto itself right here. Over time, this will not hold its shape. If I hold it closer, you can kind of see the weaving of this material. So you can see that the yarn or fabric that they use is kind of gray, black with some gold shimmer throughout. And so it's not tightly woven. You can definitely see the weaving, but it's not so loose that it pops out, because there's no like ribbons or anything like that. I do love that it is a houndstooth material. So if I bring it back, you can't see those little lines. You can see only the houndstooth design, which is what I really liked about it. And that's actually what I was so drawn to when I was shown this bag in the first place. This bag is very unique and different, and that is what drew me into tweed bags in general. But yeah, it is very different, which is probably why I wanted it in my collection. While I'm up here, I guess I'll show you the wear and tear. As you can see, there are no real wear and tear to this bag. I can show you the corners. Because it doesn't have feet, a lot of the times it could get scuffed, but yeah, because it's also not a dark material and it's kind of like a blend of colors, it's really hard to see even if it got dirty. I don't think it got dirty. There are definitely no pools. Let me see if I could show you it this way. There are no pools, but you could see some fuzzies, and that's just from, and that's how it has been, you know? It's just from the yarn itself. I can hold it like this as well, so you can kind of see if anything pops up from the bag. And then again on this side, the back side, which is what rubs against the body, and you can kind of see nothing really pops up besides the very subtle fuzz, but that also comes with the fabric in general. And then on the inside flap, which is what I hold here, I don't see any wear and tear either. There's no weird bends or contortions of the fabric. There is no pool of the fabrics either. I do wear jewelry. I have a watch here. I have a ring, my wedding stack, and then I also wear bracelets that are metal and fabric, usually, and I have not had any issues with this bag. The chain itself is pretty good. I don't think this chain, I don't know if you can see, it's not smooth. It's supposed to be more antique. So because of that, it also helps kind of hide any new scratches. But again, I don't see any new scratches. I do notice some fraying here though, and I think I have seen that from day one. I don't know if you can see this little guy, it's just poking out, and I think it's because of how the fabric had to be cut to put into this metal right here, and I think that's just the way it came like this. I think I remember seeing that when I first started using it. So I don't think that's new. Overall, I don't think this handle gets that much wear because when I hold it, the bottom of it is where I hold it, and that has no fabric. In fact, this little guy I was showing you right there, that little fluff, it's all off to the side, which is unlikely that it was pulled up from me using it. It was just constructed that way. So in terms of wear and tear, I really don't think that there is any much to this bag. Again, I've only used it about a dozen times, about 3, maybe 4 months. And that's, you know, how it is. I might update you a little bit later if I, you know, see any updates or if anybody requests updates. And then here is the chain. The chain also does not have any wear that I could see. The leather does not have any wear that I could see either. But yeah, I generally wear this bag on the shoulder like this, and then that's why I had to shorten it, because I liked the bag to be sitting like right at my hip level, but I could wear it crossbody like this and it will still look fine. If you don't like this, there are other things you could do, but that doesn't bother me. It just looks like a piece of jewelry. And yeah, I also have used it by holding it on the handle like this. So those are all the wear points that I would see, and I already showed you up front that you can't really see it. So there are many ways to wear it. Shoulder, crossbody, top handle. And so yeah, they all look really good. You can wear it on the wrist, you can wear it on the crook of your arm, you can obviously hand hold it, but yeah, many ways to wear this bag, which is why I love it. I wish it had a shorter chain because I'm only 5'1", but if you're taller, you might not even need to adjust it. In terms of price, this bag was $4,800 when I purchased it. A very similar bag in the same collection would have cost more if it were leather. I don't think that's why I bought this one though, but I did want to point out that the tweed material did price slightly less than the leather counterpart. Like I said, this bag is a seasonal bag, so you can't just go and get it, but Chanel does sell a lot of tweeds throughout the seasons, throughout the year, so you will be able to find a tweed bag if you like. If you're looking for specific tweed bags, then you have to wait because they don't generally repeat colors or styles or designs. But yeah, you can obviously look at the secondhand market if you are interested. So now I want to go over some measurements of this bag. It is, I would say, a small sized bag. I wouldn't say it's a mini, I wouldn't say it's a medium, so small is probably the size. It kind of does look a little bit like the small classic flap size, so it's definitely bigger than the minis, the classic flap minis, and it is smaller than my medium. So I would say it falls right about the size of a Chanel small classic flap. To be more exact, I did write the measurements down. So the height of this bag is 6 inches tall, or about 15 centimeters. Length across this bag is 9 inches, or about 23 centimeters. And then the depth of this bag is 2.5 inches about. It does taper up top, smaller than 2.5 inches, but that's about 6 centimeters. I did measure the drop of this top handle. The top handle drops about 3.5 inches or 9 centimeters. And then the long strap, how I have it right now, which is shortened for my height, and I'm 5'1", about 155 centimeters. Right now it is at 18.5 inches or 47 centimeters. But if I were to take off this hook right here and let it drop all the way down so that it's at the longest or natural setting, it would be 21 inches of a drop, or about 53 centimeters of a drop. And the weight of this bag empty is 27 ounces, but I do want to tell you that I usually use an organizer. Like I've said in the beginning, this bag does not have a great form, so it will kind of fall onto itself. Because of the heavy hardware, it does kind of collapse a little bit. So over time, it will kind of sag and lose its shape. The inside is a fabric material, but it's not strong enough to hold up the rest of the materials on this bag. So like I always do when I need an organizer, and a custom one at that, I use Zumoni. This one is specially ordered. I measured the length, the width, the height that I just told you about, and I told Zumoni, and they created this little felt organizer for me. And so this felt organizer has a little removable card holder thing. It also has some slots on the side, and it is very sturdy. In fact, if you look at it, it squeezes this way, but it doesn't really collapse top and bottom. So it really holds its shape this way. And the reason is because they offer a 2mm thickness felt. I opted for the 2mm this time. I usually use the 1.2mm because I wanted extra strength to put into this bag to keep it upright. So if I were to close this bag empty, so right now there's nothing in it, you'll see that it is actually hard to close because you have to push in past this point for the turn lock to come out and then twist it. So if you have something inside, it's not that bad. So besides keeping the structure of the bag, the Zumoni organizer does also give it structure to push against as well. So let me just slide this in. Perfect. You can see that it goes really well into this bag. Now, when I close it, you can see that I don't have to push in as far because the organizer is pushing against the fabric. It's keeping its shape. And also now, if I were to hold it this way, you'll see, remember before where like if I held it like this, it would just collapse down. Well, now you can see that it holds its shape a lot better. So over time, this organizer will help with the structure of this bag. If you're interested in the organizer or any other organizer that you would want to special order, they do also have pre-made ones on their website for popular bags. You can use my code angeleyn at checkout for 20% off. I don't make anything off of it, so it's just mainly for you to use if you're interested, because their organizers have helped so many of my bags to organize, keep structure, keep clean, so I highly recommend. All right, guys, I have you up here up close and personal. I hope you can see this angle better. So I wanted to share with you what fits in this bag. I'm not going to put anything in the back pocket here because nothing usually fits, but if you just wanted to see quickly, my phone does fit up there. It'll stand like this, and it'll, there is more space. If you have a wider phone, it will fit, but it will stick up right here, which is how I usually wear it actually when I have my phone. But yeah, if you're interested, that's your phone will fit in the bag. For the majority of this, what fits in my bag, it would be kind of inside this bag, which I have the Zumoni organizer. I just wanted to show you my phone is a Pixel 5 and it does fit in here. There's plenty of space, so you can definitely fit other things in here as well as a bigger phone. So taking this out for just a second, I'm gonna move everything from my Constance 18 that I have been using today just to see how that fits in here. I have a pair of sunglasses, which I will pop in here. I have a Dior card holder, which I can slip here. Sometimes when wearing this bag, I actually don't use a card holder because I'll show you later, there are slots that you could put in the organizer. I also have a Dior lip gloss that I can slip right here. Let me put my wipes back here. And then that's a lot of the bag already. You could still probably put some stuff on top, and then again my phone would probably go in the back pocket, but this fits no problem. As you can see, the side looks like that. It does not look bulgy at all, and yeah, like I said, the phone can fit back here, so that's what would look like when I'm wearing it. But let's just say you want to put other things in here. I don't usually need a card holder because I do have other little pockets here. So you can see that inside the organizer, there are slip pockets. Again, there's also this little guy so that you can put cards here and more slip pockets here. So you can actually save a lot more space by doing that. I don't think I could put a water bottle in here because the depth is not big enough and I don't want to stretch this out. You can put a hand cream. So this is a Chanel egg cream. You can put that in there. There's also some Google ear pods that I could put, let's say, in this pocket. Yeah, so you could still put a ton of stuff with that in mind. Let's put it this way, and then put your sunglasses on here. And then you can also close this, no problem. You can see that the side does not bulge out. And yeah, it is a fairly packed bag because now it's resting up top. I would say that without the organizer, you can probably fit a little bit more because it could stretch more. The organizer keeps its shape, so it does keep it from getting too bulgy. But yeah, the bag is, I wouldn't say is a very high capacity bag, but it can fit everything that I am interested in. And just to show you what it would look like with a long wallet, I have the Louis Vuitton Emily wallet here. You can see that it is a very snug fit, but it will fit if you want it to. That's probably the only thing you can put in there. As you can see, without the organizer, it might go in a little easier as well. But yeah, it's basically the max length. It basically fits perfectly in there, this wallet. I also have a Louis Vuitton mini pochette. A lot of people want to know whether this fits, and this one does fit very easily in here. It can only fit this, it cannot fit tall ways. And then with that, you can probably fit other smaller things. You know, I mean, it obviously depends on how filled this thing is. So if I were to, let's say, put, I don't know, AirPods, the lotion, maybe my lip bee, let's say those things are in here. So now it's a pretty full bag. Obviously it'll still fit. You can probably still, you know, fit this in there. Card holder may not, can I put it in here? Let's see. It's very snug. I don't think I could put my sunglasses. Can I put my sunglasses? It's really full. Okay, I don't think I could put my sunglasses, but without the sunglasses, it is able to close like this. And so, yeah, I don't think, it's not too bulgy. Like again, like I said, the organizer keeps it from getting too big because it's restricting that. But I'm not able to put my sunglasses in there with this, but you are able to put this in there. Let's say I don't need my hand wipes. See if it'll fit better. Can I close? Yep. So without the hand wipes, you are now able to fit it, and then it's at the max capacity. It does feel squishy still, and it feels like there are pocket spaces, and then I think that's because the organizer is the thing that is limiting, like I said. So without the organizer, I can take that out really quickly. You see how the organizer is like this, and it's hard to open it more because it's very stiff. So without the organizer, you can drop in the Emily wallet. You can put other smaller things in here, and it definitely could fit more without the organizer. And so if I took out the wallet, which can fit now, the wipes are in there, my mini pochette is in here. Let's see if I could fit my, yep. Yeah, you can actually now fit everything in here on top without the organizer. So yeah, without the organizer, you can fit a lot more in here, but then you kind of lose the structure if you start to take things out. So I guess my suggestion is that if you want to fit more things in here, take out the organizer. If you only have a very small amount of items in here, put the organizer in so that it keeps its shape. Because if you have this bag filled, you don't really need this organizer because you are keeping the shape by doing it that way. So now that you saw what goes inside, I wanted to do a pros and cons really quick before giving my overall review. The pro about this bag is that it's gorgeous. I mean, if you love houndstooth, if you want something special, you want something like unique, this is it right here. And I do think that it has the top handle feature to wear, as well as a beautiful jewelry chain. The chain, like I said, is special with the CC detail in between the leather, and it does also have a pocket in the back. The tweed was actually very durable. I thought with a dozen times using it, I would already see some wear, but I do not. And I thought the fabric would be really difficult to take care of, but it is not. I do have to be very cognizant of wearing it you know, not in the rain. I don't take it hiking or anything like crazy like that. And I certainly do plan my outfit. So if I have a jacket that has a lot of like hooks and stuff, I don't know why I would have that. But if I did, I probably wouldn't wear it with this bag. So there are certain things I have to think about when getting this bag. I guess that is a con in that sense because you can't just freely use it. Another con about this bag, I would say, is that it does lose its structure because it's not like stiff like the leather bag. It's not designed with a structure. And so the fabric, the heavy knits, the heavy metals do weigh it down, but that is easily solved with using an organizer that has a thick enough material so that I could keep its strength and hold up the bag. So I do store my bag with the organizers inside just to give it the, you know, shape that it needs. I have to bring this up close to show you the next con, and that is how heavy the chain is. When you wear it against your body, you don't really notice this, but when you're not wearing it, you're just holding it, it does have a tendency to fall forward if the chain, this top handle chain, is on the front. If it's on the back, you don't really notice it. It is also different if this bag is stuffed. You don't notice this as much because the bag would be weighted down. But I do want to point out that if it's not weighted down and you're wearing it like this, it does have a tendency to fall forward. However, if you wear this bag on your body, even if it tilts forward, you can't see it because it's resting on your body. But I do want to point that out if, you know, you were just holding it or whatever on the, I don't know why you would just hold it on the top hand, like, you know, if you were just holding it, I think you'd hold it like this. But let's say you want to hold it by the shoulder strap, it will flip forward like this if it's not weighted down more by things you put in it. Another pro about this bag is that you can wear this chain forward or backwards and it could change the look. You can also wear it forward but twist it so that only the gold shows up and not, you know, the gold with the tweed fabric. There are many different ways of wearing this bag. There's also obviously the chain that you could wear crossbody on the shoulder. So it's very versatile in that way. So coming down to the final question, do I recommend this bag? I would say, as of how it wears right now, I would. Because this is my first tweed bag, I don't know how it'll wear after like a year because it's only been 3 months. So I think I'll have to come back to give you an update. So as far as I see it now, I would recommend it with the caveat that I would not recommend it as your first bag. The reason is because it's not that carefree. I find myself wanting to make sure when I go out, where am I going? Is it going to rain? Is it going to have any issues? And then I have to make sure that I'm not wearing anything that would kind of pull against it, loosen a thread here. So it isn't as easy as like a caviar leather bag, I would say. But because I chose a tweed in like a darker color and it's kind of like a mosaic color, it does make it easier to not see the wear if there are any stains, right? I would say, like, if you are into tweeds, pick one that is easier to take care of. But if it's your first bag, I would say pick one that is easy to go with anything. You don't have to think about it first, and then this one you can add into your collection for sure after. I hope you guys found this review helpful. If you have any questions additional following my review here, leave it in the comments below and I'll try to get back to you. I will be doing more updated reviews, including the Louis Vuitton Capucines BB that I have purchased around the same time as this bag. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned because I did have the strap shortened since the last time we chatted. If you have a tweed bag, I would love to know your thoughts on how it wears for you. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in my next unboxing or updated review videos. Until then, have a great rest of your day.